Buddhism, as an ancient spiritual tradition, is rich with symbols, sacred dates, and rituals tied to cycles of nature, lunar movements, and cosmic energies. While October the 14th of May not be universally recognized across all Buddhist traditions as a fixed, spiritual holiday, the date can still be imbued with deep significance. To understand why performing a financial prosperity ritual on October 14th could be transformative, it is essential to look at the broader context of time, symbolism, and ritualistic importance in Buddhism. The power of time in Buddhism. Auspicious days. In Buddhism, time is not seen as a linear, mechanical sequence, but rather as a cyclical flow that influences all aspects of life. Buddhist teachings pay close attention to lunar cycles, with specific days being considered auspicious for certain actions, especially rituals for spiritual or material benefit. These special days, known as uposatha in the Theravada tradition, align with key phases of the moon and are considered optimal for meditation, offerings, and seeking blessings. While October 14th does not fall on a traditional uposatha day, it is possible that it aligns with important lunar events or the transition of astrological seasons. In various Buddhist cultures, timing is crucial for success in rituals. A significant principle in Buddhist teachings is the idea that there are right moments when the veil between the material and spiritual world is thinnest, making it easier to influence one's karmic path and seek transformation. Buddhists often plan rituals during full moons, new moons, or during the transition between seasons. October, marking the end of the harvest season in many cultures, can symbolize a time of gathering rewards, manifesting abundance, and setting intentions for the upcoming period of growth and renewal. October 14th could align with this energetic flow, making it a prime date to focus on financial intentions, particularly as autumn traditionally represents a time of reaping the fruits of labor. The full moon and its financial symbolism. While the exact lunar cycle of October 14th varies each year, the proximity to the full moon in the month of October makes this period energetically potent. In many Buddhist cultures, full moons are considered deeply spiritual moments. The Buddha himself is said to have been born, attained enlightenment, and passed away on full moon days known as the day of Vesak or Buddha Purnima. Therefore, the full moon symbolizes culmination, completeness, and enlightenment, making it an ideal time to perform rituals aimed at attracting abundance and prosperity. Though October the 14th of May not always fall on a full moon, its close alignment with lunar cycles gives it significance in the Buddhist calendar. Whether or not the moon is full, it carries the energy of approaching enlightenment, where material desires and spiritual clarity can coalesce into fruitful manifestations. A ritual for financial prosperity performed on October 14th taps into this celestial energy, aligning the seeker's intentions with the natural rhythms of the universe. The season of letting go and rebirth. The broader season of October also holds symbolic significance in Buddhism. Autumn is typically seen as a time of transition, letting go of the old to make way for the new. Leaves fall from trees, plants shed their outer layers, and the natural world prepares for dormancy in anticipation of winter. This shedding of the old is a metaphor for letting go of past financial struggles, debts, or unproductive attachments to material wealth. In Buddhism, the path to abundance often begins with renunciation, letting go of greed, attachment, and the fear of lack. October 14th, falling in the heart of autumn, presents a perfect opportunity to perform a ritual that focuses on clearing past financial blockages. By engaging in a Buddhist ritual on this date, one can symbolically shed the karmic debts that hinder financial growth, much like trees shedding their leaves. This cleansing process is essential before any manifestation of wealth can occur. In many ways, October serves as a period of financial rebirth, allowing one to set new intentions and invite abundance with an open heart. Tying personal and collective energies. Buddhist teachings emphasize that individual actions are part of a larger, interconnected web of life. Therefore, performing a ritual on October 14th aligns not only with your personal financial goals, but also with collective energies around you. In a spiritual sense, October represents a collective period of harvesting, reflection, and preparation for the next cycle of growth. As you perform the ritual, you become part of this greater communal process of renewal and abundance. In some Buddhist countries, festivals around October celebrate the transition from the agricultural season to a period of inner reflection. For instance, in Thailand, the end of the rainy season marks the completion of the monks' traditional 3-month retreat, Vasa, which ends with ceremonies of generosity and offerings to monks. These ceremonies are often focused on abundance, merit-making, and blessings for prosperity. The energy of this communal abundance can also be tapped into when performing personal rituals around the same time. October 14th, as a personalized auspicious date. Ultimately, what makes October 14th significant is not just its alignment with traditional Buddhist rituals, but the personal intention behind it. Buddhism teaches that the mind is powerful, and setting clear intentions, especially on a date that feels intuitively powerful, can change one's reality. If October 14th resonates with you as a day of potential transformation, your ritual will carry greater weight, and your focused energy will be amplified. Choosing October 14th as the day for a financial prosperity ritual allows for the blending of seasonal energies, personal timing, and the collective consciousness of letting go and renewal. Whether you are following a specific lunar calendar or simply attuning to the seasonal shift, this date offers a gateway for attracting abundance, particularly if you approach it with mindfulness, intention, and a heart aligned with Buddhist principles of karma and spiritual clarity. Section 2. Financial Karma and Wealth in Buddhism. When one considers wealth and financial prosperity, the teachings of Buddhism provide a radically different framework from the materialistic views often found in modern society. In Buddhism, wealth is not merely the accumulation of money or material possessions, but a reflection of one's inner state, deeply influenced by the concept of karma. This section explores the intricate connection between financial prosperity and karma, offering insights into how our actions, intentions, and past lives play an essential role in shaping our financial health in the present. The law of karma. A deeper understanding. The Sanskrit word karma translates to action or deed, and its full meaning in Buddhist philosophy extends beyond immediate physical actions. It encompasses every thought, word, and deed contributing to the unfolding of one's life. The law of karma suggests that every action carries consequences, and these consequences shape the conditions of one's current and future existence. Thus, from a Buddhist perspective, your financial state, whether one of abundance or lack, is not a mere product of chance or external factors, but the result of karmic actions accrued over time, including in past lives. In terms of financial karma, Buddhist teachings suggest that wealth is often the result of generosity, kindness, and ethical behavior in past lives. Conversely, financial struggle or poverty could be linked to past actions driven by greed, deceit, or exploitation of others. It is important to note, however, that karma is not a punitive system. It is not designed to reward or punish, but rather to restore balance and harmony based on moral cause and effect. This view offers a profound understanding of how wealth and poverty operate within the spiritual domain. The right view of wealth. One of the fundamental principles in Buddhism is the right view, which refers to seeing life in its truest, most enlightened form. This principle applies directly to the way Buddhists view wealth. Unlike the typical capitalist pursuit of money as an end in itself, wealth in Buddhism is seen as a tool, a means to support spiritual growth, facilitate generosity, and ultimately reduce suffering. According to the Buddha's teachings, true wealth lies not in hoarding riches or accumulating possessions, but in living a life of dana, generosity. Those who have the ability to earn and gather wealth are encouraged to use it to support others, such as through charitable donations, helping the less fortunate, or supporting temples and monks. In this way, wealth is purified, and one's karmic account becomes richer in positive energy. This perspective invites individuals to view financial prosperity not as the ultimate goal, but as a natural result of ethical living compassion, and selflessness. The three poisons and financial karma. In Buddhism, the primary obstacles to enlightenment are known as the three poisons: lobha, greed; dosa, hatred or aversion; and moha, delusion or ignorance. These poisons affect all aspects of life, including one's relationship with wealth and finances. Of these, greed is perhaps the most directly connected to financial karma. When an individual is motivated by greed, the desire for more wealth often leads to unethical behaviors such as exploitation, deceit, or hoarding. Greed distorts one's understanding of wealth, making it seem as though material possessions can provide lasting happiness or security. However, the Buddha taught that greed only leads to suffering because it is insatiable. It creates a cycle of desire that can never be fully satisfied. This is one of the reasons why, from a karmic perspective, those who engage in greedy or harmful financial practices often find themselves facing financial difficulties or losses later in life or in future incarnations. Hatred, the second poison, manifests in financial karma when individuals engage in harmful practices out of envy or resentment toward others' success. Similarly, ignorance or delusion can lead to financial struggles when people fail to understand the impermanent and interconnected nature of wealth. Many people who chase financial gain under the delusion that it will provide lasting happiness or status often find themselves trapped in cycles of stress, debt, or even moral decay, all of which affect their karmic balance. The role of intention in creating financial karma. One of the most profound aspects of karma is the role of intention, or cetana, which determines the moral quality of an action. In Buddhism, it is not just the outward action that matters, but the intention behind it. This principle holds true for financial karma as well. Two individuals could perform the same financial act, donating to charity, for example, but with different intentions, the karmic results would vary greatly. If one person donates out of genuine compassion and desire to reduce suffering, the positive karmic result is multiplied. In contrast, if another person donates merely to gain status or recognition, the karmic benefits are diminished. While the outward action may still be positive, the underlying intention affects the karmic weight of the act. This teaching encourages mindfulness and awareness in all financial dealings. Wealth earned and used with ethical intention creates positive karma, while wealth accumulated through greed or dishonesty accrues negative karma. The middle way, balancing material and spiritual wealth. A central teaching in Buddhism is the middle way, which advises against extremes in all aspects of life. This concept is particularly relevant to the discussion of wealth and financial karma. On one side of the spectrum is the extreme of excessive attachment to wealth, which leads to greed, materialism, and spiritual stagnation. On the other side is the rejection of wealth altogether, which can lead to unnecessary poverty or suffering. The Buddha taught that the ideal approach lies between these two extremes. Wealth, when pursued mindfully and used ethically, can support one's spiritual path rather than hinder it. Financial prosperity can provide the stability needed to focus on spiritual practice, support one's family, and give generously to others. In this sense, financial success and spiritual growth are not mutually exclusive, but can complement one another when approached with the right mindset. The middle way approach to wealth encourages individuals to seek a balance, valuing money for its practical benefits without becoming attached to it as a source of happiness or identity. This approach aligns with the Buddhist concept of non-attachment, which is the practice of engaging with the material world while remaining unattached to its impermanent nature. Understanding that wealth is fleeting and constantly changing allows one to enjoy prosperity without clinging to it or fearing its loss. Reversing negative financial karma. For those who may feel burdened by financial difficulties rooted in past karma, Buddhism offers ways to reverse or mitigate negative karma. This process begins with mindfulness and ethical action in the present moment. One can consciously cultivate positive financial karma through acts of generosity, integrity in business dealings, and compassion toward others. The practice of dana, giving without expectation of return, helps to purify negative karma and set the stage for future abundance. Another powerful method for transforming financial karma is through meditation and spiritual practice. By cultivating a calm and focused mind, one can gain insight into the root causes of financial difficulties, whether they stem from past life karma or present life actions. With this awareness, one can make conscious choices to break free from old patterns of greed or fear and move toward a more balanced, prosperous life. In conclusion, the Buddhist perspective on financial karma offers a profound framework for understanding the causes and conditions of wealth and poverty. By aligning one's financial actions with ethical principles, cultivating generosity, and embracing the middle way, individuals can create positive financial karma that supports both material and spiritual well-being. The ritual performed on October 14th, as described in later sections, will tap into these deeper principles of financial karma, allowing individuals to set clear intentions for abundance in alignment with Buddhist teachings. Section 3. The origins of Buddhist rituals for prosperity. Rituals play a profound role in Buddhism, serving as a bridge between the material and spiritual realms, offering practitioners a way to embody teachings through symbolic actions. While some may mistakenly assume that Buddhism, with its focus on enlightenment and the relinquishment of desire, discourages prosperity rituals, the opposite is true. The Buddha's teachings allow for the cultivation of material wealth, provided it is pursued ethically and used to benefit oneself and others. In this section, we explore the rich origins of Buddhist prosperity rituals, how they have evolved over centuries, and their unique interpretations across various Buddhist traditions. Early Buddhist attitudes toward wealth and ritual. In the earliest Buddhist texts, particularly in the Theravada tradition, the Buddha's teachings on wealth are rooted in balance. For lay followers, material wealth was not dismissed. Rather, it was considered an essential part of living a stable, supportive life, especially in the context of one's family and community. However, the accumulation of wealth was always advised within the moral framework of ethical livelihood, generosity, and non-attachment. The Buddha himself acknowledged the reality of material existence for householders, lay practitioners. His teachings suggested that wealth, when earned through right action, should be enjoyed and shared. The focus was not on rejecting wealth, but on cultivating it mindfully, without becoming attached to it. It is in this context that early Buddhist rituals began incorporating elements designed to bless and enhance material prosperity. One of the earliest rituals focused on material well-being in Buddhist history was the dana ritual, which emphasizes giving as a means to create merit. The belief in the law of karma and the importance of generosity created a natural foundation for the development of prosperity rituals. Early lay followers would perform acts of generosity, such as donating food or material resources to monks, under the belief that these acts would return to them as blessings of prosperity in the future. The ritualistic evolution in Mahayana Buddhism. As Buddhism spread and evolved, particularly with the rise of Mahayana Buddhism, the scope of rituals expanded significantly. Mahayana Buddhism introduced a more mystical and compassionate interpretation of the Buddha's teachings, making space for rituals that sought both spiritual and material benefits. This expansion included the introduction of elaborate offerings, prayers and mantras aimed at invoking the blessings of specific bodhisattvas, enlightened beings dedicated to the well-being of all sentient beings. One of the most notable figures in this evolution was Avalokiteshvara, the bodhisattva of compassion, who is revered across many Mahayana schools for his ability to remove suffering and bring blessings, including material wealth. Devotees seeking prosperity often turn to Avalokiteshvara for guidance, chanting his mantras and offering incense or flowers as part of prosperity rituals. These rituals did not promise wealth for wealth's sake, but framed it as a means of supporting spiritual growth and the alleviation of suffering in others. In addition to Avalokiteshvara, Jambhala, the bodhisattva of wealth, became a central figure in Buddhist prosperity rituals. Jambhala is often depicted holding a mongoose that spews jewels, symbolizing the flowing abundance of wealth. Devotees across Mahayana traditions, particularly in Tibetan Buddhism, perform rituals invoking Jambhala's blessings, reciting mantras and making offerings to receive wealth, good fortune, and protection from financial difficulties. These rituals reflect the Mahayana belief that wealth, when cultivated properly, can support one's spiritual path by providing resources for charitable acts and the maintenance of one's family and community. Vajrayana Buddhism and prosperity rituals. The Vajrayana tradition, which developed in the Tibetan plateau, is especially known for its rich, esoteric rituals. Vajrayana, or Tantric Buddhism, views rituals as essential for transforming the practitioner's inner and outer world, with many focusing on attaining material prosperity in harmony with spiritual goals. The Tantric rituals aimed at prosperity are highly intricate, involving a combination of mantras, mandalas, visualizations, and offerings. These rituals are designed to invoke deities, particularly Jambhala, the 5 wealth deities, or the goddess Vasudhara, to bless the practitioner with material wealth. For example, the Jambhala ritual in Tibetan Buddhism is one of the most well-known prosperity rituals. This ritual involves visualizing Jambhala and chanting his mantra while offering water, food, or symbolic wealth items like rice or jewels to statues or images of the deity. One of the key features of Vajrayana prosperity rituals is the emphasis on visualization and the use of sacred geometry. Practitioners are often taught to visualize themselves as the deity, such as Jambhala, in a field of abundant energy. By visualizing themselves embodying prosperity, they aim to dissolve any mental or emotional barriers to wealth, transforming poverty mindsets into abundance mindsets. Another notable Vajrayana ritual is the offering of torma, specially prepared cakes that represent prosperity and good fortune. These offerings are placed on altars dedicated to wealth deities and are believed to attract abundance into the practitioner's life. The combination of physical offerings, sacred symbols, and internal transformation is what makes these rituals so powerful. Theravada Buddhism and the role of merit-making. While Mahayana and Vajrayana schools are more overtly focused on prosperity rituals, the Theravada tradition, the oldest form of Buddhism, also incorporates practices that aim to improve material well-being. However, in Theravada, the focus is more on merit-making and ethical conduct than on invoking deities. The Theravada belief in karma emphasizes that good deeds generate merit, which in turn can result in favorable conditions, including wealth. The most common ritual associated with prosperity in Theravada Buddhism is the offering of alms to monks. By donating food, money, or other material items to the monastic community, lay people accumulate merit, which is believed to lead to future prosperity. These offerings are often accompanied by prayers or chants for specific intentions, such as improved finances or success in business. In countries like Thailand, Laos, and Sri Lanka, lay people regularly perform these rituals to gain blessings for financial stability. Another popular practice is the construction of stupas or temples, where donations are made in the belief that such acts will result in long-term prosperity and good fortune. While these rituals may not be as overtly focused on wealth as those in Vajrayana Buddhism, they reflect a belief in the reciprocal relationship between generosity and abundance. The intersection of Buddhism and local folk traditions. As Buddhism spread throughout Asia, it encountered and integrated with various indigenous traditions, many of which had their own rituals for prosperity. This blending of Buddhism with local customs gave rise to unique hybrid prosperity rituals that combined Buddhist philosophy with ancient practices. In Southeast Asia, for example, the practice of pujas, ceremonial offerings, merged Buddhist and Hindu elements. These rituals often involved invoking both Buddhist and local deities for protection and wealth. The fusion of Buddhism with local animist beliefs also led to the development of talismans, amulets, and sacred charms, which were believed to attract prosperity and ward off financial misfortune. In countries like Thailand, people wear these amulets as part of their daily lives. believing that they bring good fortune and financial success. In East Asia, particularly in China, Buddhism also absorbed Taoist and Confucian elements, leading to the development of rituals like the Buddhist money tree, where practitioners create symbolic trees made from folded paper money as offerings. These trees are placed on altars to attract wealth and good fortune. The symbolism of the money tree merges Buddhist ideas of generosity with Taoist concepts of harmony and abundance. Modern interpretations of Buddhist prosperity rituals. In today's world, where financial success often feels elusive, Buddhist prosperity rituals have gained a modern following. Many practitioners have adapted these ancient rituals to suit contemporary needs, performing them with a focus on mindfulness and ethical wealth building. Online communities share Jambhala mantras, prosperity meditations, and altar-building practices that are tailored for those seeking financial improvement while maintaining a spiritual connection. The rise of these modern interpretations shows that Buddhist prosperity rituals are not only relevant but increasingly accessible. Whether one is building a personal altar, chanting mantras for wealth, or performing acts of generosity, these rituals continue to offer a path toward material well-being that is deeply rooted in ethical and spiritual practice. Section 4. Performing the October 14th Financial Prosperity Ritual. The financial prosperity ritual to be performed on October 14th is rooted in the wisdom of Buddhist teachings, blending elements of mindfulness, karmic awareness, and symbolic actions to invoke abundance and wealth. This section will outline the ritual's steps in detail, ensuring that every aspect is infused with intention and aligned with Buddhist principles of ethical wealth. The October 14th ritual, when conducted with sincerity and proper attention to detail, has the potential to unlock new channels of prosperity and financial stability. 1. Preparing the ritual space. Before beginning the ritual, it's important to create a sacred and calm environment where the energy of abundance can flow freely. According to Buddhist teachings, the environment in which rituals are performed plays a critical role in setting the tone for the practitioner's state of mind. A clean, clutter-free space invites clarity and mindfulness, helping you to focus on the intentions you will set for financial prosperity. Once your space is prepared, take a few moments to sit quietly before the altar. Close your eyes and breathe deeply, focusing on your breath to center your mind. Visualize the space around you being filled with bright golden light, a symbol of the prosperity and abundance you seek. 1. Setting your financial intentions. Intention is a crucial element in any Buddhist ritual. As the Buddha taught, the mind shapes reality, and setting a clear intention helps align your actions with your desires. For this ritual, the intention will focus on financial abundance, but it is essential to approach this with the understanding that wealth in Buddhism is not just material, but is intertwined with generosity, ethical living, and spiritual growth. Once you have written your intentions, fold the paper neatly and place it on your altar as part of the offering. Visualize these intentions being received by the universe, supported by the karmic forces at work. 1. Chanting the Jambhala mantra for prosperity. Mantras hold immense power in Buddhist rituals as they allow the practitioner to tap into the energy of specific deities and bodhisattvas. In this ritual, you will invoke the blessings of Jambhala, the bodhisattva of wealth, through the recitation of his sacred mantra. Jambhala is believed to bless those who are struggling with financial issues, providing wealth and security for their families and communities. This mantra is a powerful invocation of Jambhala's wealth-bringing energy. Each word holds a specific vibrational frequency that helps to align your intentions with the forces of prosperity. The key to this part of the ritual is not speed, but mindfulness. Allow yourself to fully immerse in the sound of the mantra, letting its rhythm guide you into a deeper state of concentration and receptivity. Visualize Jambhala in front of you, showering blessings of wealth and good fortune into your life. See the obstacles that block financial flow dissolve into light. 1. Making offerings to the wealth deities. Offerings are a central aspect of Buddhist rituals, serving as a symbolic gesture of generosity and gratitude. The act of making offerings is a way to create positive karma and align with the energy of abundance. In this ritual, you will make offerings to Jambhala and other wealth deities, such as Vasudhara, the goddess of abundance. Remember that the purpose of the offerings is not to appease the deities, but to cultivate a spirit of generosity and openness to wealth. It's about creating the conditions for abundance through your own actions and mindset. 1. Meditation and visualization of financial abundance. After completing the chanting and offerings, you will enter a meditative state to further solidify the energy of the ritual. This meditation will focus on visualizing financial abundance and releasing any mental or emotional blocks that may prevent prosperity from entering your life. This meditation allows you to internalize the energy of abundance, integrating it into your consciousness. The goal is to cultivate a mindset of openness and gratitude rather than fear or scarcity. 1. Closing the ritual. After your meditation, gently bring your awareness back to the present moment. Offer a final prayer or expression of gratitude to Jambhala, the wealth deities, and the universe for the blessings of prosperity. Section 5. The symbols and spiritual meaning behind the ritual. Buddhist rituals are deeply symbolic, with each element, whether it's a mantra, an offering, or a visualization, carrying layers of meaning. In this section, we will explore the intricate symbolism behind the October 14th financial prosperity ritual and how these symbols contribute to a deeper spiritual understanding of wealth and abundance. 1. The symbolism of Jambhala and wealth deities. At the heart of the ritual is the invocation of Jambhala, the bodhisattva of wealth. Jambhala is a complex and multifaceted figure, symbolizing not only material wealth but also spiritual abundance. His image, posture, and attributes each carry symbolic significance that goes beyond mere financial prosperity. Other wealth deities, such as Vasudhara, the goddess of abundance, also play a symbolic role in this ritual. Vasudhara, often depicted holding a sheaf of grain, represents not only material wealth but also fertility, growth, and the nurturing of life. Her presence in the ritual underscores the idea that true wealth is holistic, encompassing not just financial assets, but also personal well-being, relationships, and spiritual development. 1. Offerings as symbols of generosity and abundance. The act of making offerings is central to Buddhist rituals, and in the financial prosperity ritual, each offering serves as a powerful symbol of abundance, gratitude, and the creation of positive karma. 1. The meaning behind chanting the Jambhala mantra. Mantras are not merely words, but sacred sounds that carry vibrations of power, protection, and transformation. In Buddhist rituals, chanting mantras is a way of aligning oneself with the energy of the universe and the specific qualities of the deity being invoked. As you chant the mantra, you are not only calling upon Jambhala's blessings, but also tuning your own energy to the frequency of wealth. The vibrations created by the mantra help to dissolve any energetic blockages that may be preventing you from receiving financial abundance. In this way, the mantra serves as a bridge between the material and spiritual worlds, opening the door to prosperity on both levels. 1. The role of visualization in manifesting wealth. Visualization is a powerful tool in Buddhist practice, especially in tantric traditions like Vajrayana Buddhism, where practitioners are taught to visualize themselves as the deities they invoke. This practice allows the practitioner to embody the qualities of the deity and align with their energy. 1. The deeper meaning of wealth in Buddhism. While the October 14th ritual focuses on financial prosperity, it's important to understand that wealth in Buddhism encompasses more than just material riches. True wealth, from a Buddhist perspective, is a combination of inner and outer abundance. 1. The karmic connection between generosity and abundance. At the core of Buddhist prosperity teachings is the law of karma, which holds that our actions, thoughts, and intentions create the conditions for our future experiences. This karmic principle is particularly relevant to the financial prosperity ritual, as it highlights the importance of generosity in attracting abundance. Section 6. Maintaining financial abundance and integrating Buddhist principles into daily life. After performing the October 14th financial prosperity ritual, it's essential to integrate the insights and energies gained into your everyday life. This section will explore practical tips for maintaining the results of the ritual and living a life of sustained financial abundance grounded in Buddhist principles. By weaving these teachings into your daily actions and mindset, you can create an ongoing cycle of prosperity that reflects the true essence of wealth in Buddhism. 1. Establishing a daily mindfulness practice. Mindfulness is a core tenet of Buddhism, emphasizing present moment awareness and the cultivation of a non-reactive, compassionate mind. Incorporating mindfulness into your daily routine is crucial for sustaining the financial intentions set during the ritual. 1. Practicing generosity and dana. As emphasized in the ritual, generosity is a powerful force in attracting abundance. To maintain the energy of financial prosperity, make a conscious effort to practice generosity in your daily life. 1. Setting intentions beyond finances. While the primary focus of the October 14th ritual is financial prosperity, true abundance encompasses all areas of life. To maintain a holistic sense of wealth, set intentions that go beyond finances. 1. Developing a healthy relationship with money. Buddhism teaches that attachment to material possessions can lead to suffering. Therefore, maintaining a healthy relationship with money is essential for sustaining the benefits of the ritual. 1. Maintaining gratitude and appreciation. Gratitude is a powerful practice that aligns with the teachings of Buddhism. Cultivating a sense of appreciation for what you have fosters a mindset of abundance and attracts more positive experiences into your life. 1. Continuing the cycle of generosity and wealth. The cycle of abundance is a continuous process. After the ritual, it's important to keep the energy flowing by remaining open to new opportunities and continuing to practice generosity. 1. Conclusion. Embracing a life of abundance. In conclusion, the October 14th financial prosperity ritual is a powerful tool for attracting wealth while remaining rooted in the compassionate and ethical teachings of Buddhism. By preparing a sacred space, setting clear intentions, invoking the energy of Jambhala, and incorporating acts of generosity, you create a dynamic process for manifesting abundance. As you integrate the insights and practices from the ritual into your daily life, remember that true wealth encompasses not only financial resources, but also inner qualities of generosity, compassion, and spiritual growth. By maintaining a mindful relationship with money and embracing gratitude and generosity, you can sustain the energy of financial prosperity and live a fulfilling life aligned with your highest values. May your journey toward financial abundance be rich with insight, compassion, and joy, leading to a life that not only uplifts you, but also supports those around you. Till next time, namaste.